Hi guys, it's Lindasha, and I just want to say thank you for joining me today. We're going to go ahead and get started right into the topic. If you looked at my last video, then you are very well aware of why I started this YouTube page. And for some of you, you may be like, girl, I appreciate you, but bye. At the end of the day, living out my best life has already gone down the drain. I'm just trying to live a better life. And, for many people, they may believe that their best life went down the drain 7 years ago after they were diagnosed with an illness that they can't get rid of. Or maybe you believe your best life went down the drain 5 years ago when a man or a woman left you with some children to raise by yourself. For someone else, it may be 2 years ago. You feel like your best life went down the drain after you lost a parent or someone that really meant a lot to your life. And, I want to just let you know that I am not removed from the pains that we face in life that really can rob us from believing that we can still have a best life in spite of difficult circumstances that we have experienced in life. So without further ado, I wanted to introduce you guys to a few of the books and websites that have helped me in times where I'm really trying to fight to make sure that my mind is right and that I'm headed in the directions that I want and that I am actually doing this thing called living out my best life. The first book that I want to introduce you guys to is called The Compound Effect by Dan Hardy. And this book is extremely one of the books that really changed my life. In essence, it talks about how you take really small and simple steps over time. If you continue to do them, then you'll accomplish really amazing things. And so if you're in that spot where you're kind of overwhelmed with your life and you feel like you have to do too many things, this book really put an important principle into my heart and my mind. And whenever I feel overwhelmed, I automatically think, Lindasha, break it into small steps. And you can do anything over time, with a series of smaller steps, but you'll also accomplish these amazing things as they compound over time. You'll get greater results. So the second person that I want to introduce you guys to is a guy by the name of Jim Rohn. And I am holding right now 3 of Jim's books. But when I tell you, he is such an inspiring individual. And what I love about Jim, he has passed away at this particular point. He died some years back. But what I love about his teachings and his philosophies is that it's so simple. And so these books, again, I have not been solicited by anyone to recommend Jim to you guys. He really has been an individual that's helped me. But his books are on various topics about wisdom in life, and he makes it so simple. And so I just wanted to introduce you guys to him. You can go on YouTube, and he has a page that people oversee now with all of his different products. And if you also subscribe to Success Magazine, then you'll know that Jim Rohn is someone that a lot of individuals quote often. The third individual that I want to talk about is Les Brown. And I don't have any books or any of his materials in front of me, but when I tell you Les Brown is so amazing, what I love about Les the most is that he is just a guru at motivation. You can listen to any of his speeches and I promise you'll go from sitting on the couch to getting a paper done or to moving through your goals and to-do list in such a fast way. And so I really appreciate Les and the things that, he's offering and how he makes himself available. Les is still alive. I think he does a regular call on Monday nights now if he's still doing that, but he has a number of things on his website that he offers. So I would encourage you guys to go and check him out also. The fourth person that I want to introduce you guys to is Marie Forleo. And Marie has been an individual that has really impacted my life in the business area. Marie's specialty is on a lot of different things in life, but I truly love her for her work that she does with helping creatives basically turn their business ideas into profitable, long-standing entities. And she has such an amazing way of taking business principles and ideas about money and how to handle resources, and she just makes it very plain for you. And she has such a vibrant and beautiful personality. So if you're kind of nervous about entrepreneurship or you're thinking about entrepreneurship, Marie Forleo is such a great place to start. The fifth person that I wanted to let you guys know about is an individual named Alori Swank. And I hope I'm saying her name right. But Alori is basically a fashion celebrity stylist. And I know you guys are like, okay, Lindasha, you're talking about, you know, Jim Rohn with success and then Marie Forleo with business. Where does Alori come in? Alori comes in right in the same place. First of all, I just love her image. I love her branding. She has been able to take her signature blue hair and do so much with it. And she's such an inspiration to young women who are out here and truly trying to make moves in the world. One thing that really struck me about Alori, she describes herself as a serial entrepreneur. And I never thought about that word, but I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool. And after I followed her for so long, I can say that that is very true. And whenever she puts her mind or her name to something, it like the vision that comes to fruition is amazing and it's beautiful. So if you guys haven't heard of Alori Swank, then I would say go Google her, follow her on Twitter. She's super inspirational, and I love her mostly because she's just a young woman out here and she's really going for it. The next person that I want to mention is Gary Vaynerchuk, and I may have just butchered Gary's last name, but if any of you are familiar with Gary or his story or his Instagram page, like, you know that this guy is a mover. I don't think I've ever personally seen someone whose energy is so contagious and someone who is so authentic. You know, he speaks a lot about basically just being himself. You know, that whoever will be gravitated towards him, they're going to like him, but he's such a doer. I promise you, I have been in moments where I've been on Instagram and I'll click on one of Gary's videos, and the next thing I know, I find myself working on my to-do list and really like moving to the next step because of something that he said. And to me, that's a lot of power. And no offense, you really can't have that level of power unless you're doing it yourself, unless you know that what you're saying will actually create results. And anytime you listen to something that Gary puts out, you're going to get wiser and you're probably going to move faster and further into your goals also. So last but not least, I personally would be remiss if I didn't talk about the book that I read pretty much almost every day, and that is the Bible. This is actually my old student study Bible. So it may be a little bit dirty, don't y'all judge me. But this is an old student study Bible that I have. It's not the one that I use personally pretty much every day. As a matter of fact, I think I left that one at church the last Sunday that I was there, so I have to pick it up. But the Bible and my faith in God is something that has really carried me personally a long way. I know that there may be many people who are watching my videos and you come from either different faiths or you may not believe in God at all. I don't judge it. I understand. I've had my own personal faith crises, honestly, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that there have been moments and times whereby I've just picked up that book and opened it and just started reading, and my life was able to kind of move forward, or I was able to be lifted in my heart and in my spirit. So it, for me, is something that the Bible is something that I read every day. I don't care if I just Google the scripture, but I try to make sure that I have something that directs my mind higher and knowing that there's a bigger and greater purpose for my life. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. It may be a little bit longer than some of the other ones that I've done, but hopefully you found something that really, you know, will send you in the right direction, or you can go and look up some of the people that I've talked about. At the end of the day, you know, comment below if you have other individuals that you really love to follow and you're like, hey guys, here's another person. And I think it's all about sharing, and I think that we should really look to uplift each other if we found great gems in this world. All right, have a good day.